coming to Down's Corner, I just want to start off by saying I am not a subject matter professional. I am just some kid in the woods trying to wing it. I got some help with a few friends, but generally I've been doing this on my own, and I'm the only one living out here on 200 acres of land. With that being said, guys, I want to show you today how I got started setting up solar. There's a lot of confusion around solar. I'm going to push that all aside and just explain how I did it to achieve the bare minimum. I just want to be able to play Xbox. I'm going to keep it real. I just want to be able to play Xbox out in the middle of the woods without worrying about an electrical bill. And that's kind of how this whole thing's gonna go. It's just avoiding bills. So if you want to learn more about that, follow me on my journey. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so to kick things off here, we got two 400-watt solar panels. These are commercial grade solar panels, and you're probably thinking they cost a ton. Well, they didn't. A buddy of a buddy of a buddy actually got in contact with a solar installer who does it on commercial accounts and residential accounts, but primarily he focuses on the commercial side of things. And they take these down all the time. They get rid of them, they throw them away, they recycle them. And your best luck, if you want to get your hands on these, is to reach out to them yourself and ask if they have any that they're willing to just give away. If you explain that you're just trying to live off grid, set up renewable energy, most people can actually get behind that. And it's not as hard as you think, believe it or not. So if you know of an installer near you or have any kind of information in that regard, I would definitely reach out to them and ask them if they have any that they're willing to give away for free. That's how we got these and many other ones that we have. You might not get lucky and get 400 watts each. Generally, they're giving away the 100-watt ones. We kind of got lucky with these, but reach out, you never know. All right, so moving along here, we got these connected in series, and you can do in parallel, but we have them connected in series just to save on the wires and connections and whatnot. But we got them connected with 10 gauge wire. Now, you shouldn't have them just bare out like this. You should actually have them wrapped up in something, insulated, what have you. Tripping over them is not fun, but we follow these along here and right into the camper. Again, ideally you'd have this coming through the floor like I have the electrical for the camper, and obviously you wouldn't have jumper cables to this, so disregard all of this right here, but rest assured in the future this will be rectified, and there is a fire extinguisher nearby tucked in the corner there. You can't see it, but it's tucked there. Anyway, we have that going to the battery bank here. You may be wondering why we don't have it going to that battery right there. The reason being is these are two different chemistries. We do not want to mix deep cycle lead acid with deep cycle AGM gel hybrid, but these ones are a gel hybrid because you'll deteriorate these batteries faster than they should have been deteriorating. Into the house here, we have the 2000 watt inverter on the left there, and then we have the charge controller on the right here. I know there's no inline fuses, I know there's no shunt. I am still working on that, as I've tested this for a few months now. It's not a necessity, though I definitely recommend it, and keep a fire extinguisher nearby. So with 2000 watts, I can comfortably run everything in this camper, at least by itself. All right, so before I wrap this whole video up, I just wanted to talk about the fridge. I know I prefaced this whole video with talking about the Xbox, and that's all I want to play, but surprisingly, I actually want to eat too, so that's what we're going to talk about here. So with this fridge, in most campers, we're looking at a dual purpose fridge. So what that means is it has two inputs that it can run off of. It can run off the LP gas or propane, or it can run off the 30 amp service, which we have out back. So if you want to know more about how I convert that 30 amp service to the inverter, like, subscribe, comment, let me know down in the comments if you want an explanation of that, because I recently just found out and was beside myself, absolutely flabbergasted that it was so simple, because I thought it was going to be this whole rewiring electrician endeavor, but it's not. But for right now, I have this running off of LP gas because it runs forever on it. Generally 3 or 4 weeks on a 100-pound tank. The goal is eventually to have enough amp hour capacity in my bank to be able to comfortably run it off the solar and off the alligator swim shorts here. But we're going to talk about depth of discharge and what that actually means. So depth of discharge kind of sounds exactly what it sounds like, right? You don't want to bring these batteries down below 50% depth of discharge. The way I monitor that is with the Renogy charge controller. It has a Bluetooth app. It allows you to connect to it and be able to see what the socket is, or state of charge. That's an important number to reference. It took me a long time to figure this out, and I'm going to save you a lot of time with this really quick explanation of how to determine what the state of the charge of the battery is, so you don't ruin your batteries like I may have. So I'm giving you a tip to avoid the mistakes that I made going through this. But what I wanted to mention here is, with the state of charge, like I said, you don't want to go below 50% on that, because then you're reaching that depth of discharge. That could be detrimental to the health of the battery. What that really means is, when you're under load and it says 40%, that really means you're actually at like 50% or 51%, and that's when you want to turn everything off and let the batteries recharge the following day. If you go beyond that, you're going to be running into some problems with the battery. They might not charge as quickly, they may not hold the charge for as long. You'll lose the charge and discharge cycles as a result. So this is something to keep in mind there, and I just wanted to let you guys know. All right, guys, I'm just gonna wrap everything up here. So the reason I made this video, or the reason I'm starting this channel, is because I'm trying a different approach than what I've seen on YouTube recently, and that is just breaking hard, complicated stuff down to simple, practical stuff. A lot of people my age or even older want to be able to just play Xbox out in the woods, right? It seems like a simple luxury that should be easily afforded because of solar. A lot of people on YouTube, in forums, when this question gets asked, hey, how much energy does it require to run a fridge? Or how much energy does it require to play Xbox for 1 or 2 hours? People give complicated answers to a simple question. They're not asking how you power New York City for 10 hours. They're asking how you play Xbox for an hour or two every night. And the answer is very simple. We're only talking about 300 watts from an Xbox, and that's on the high end. I have an Xbox One X, obviously there's a Series X, PS5, whatever, but they all draw about the same amount of power. All you need to comfortably play for 8 hours at 300 watts is 200 amp hours worth of batteries. Now, however you want to do that, whether it be gel, whether it be lead acid, lithium, it's entirely up to you. I can make another video kind of explaining the pros and cons of all of those. To put simply, for me, for my application, the safest and most economical was a gel hybrid battery. They were, like I said, probably on the cheaper side, but they had a good energy density to be able to hold that 400 amp hours. So guys, if you like this video, if it was helpful at all, let me know in the comments. I'm not trying to make a killing. I want to help people live a little bit cheaper, avoid bills, just like I want to avoid bills. So let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what I should do, what you want to know moving forward. And if you want to know how I did this truck right here, like, comment, and subscribe. Later.